So Neil, I have to tell you something very important.
Okay, what is it?
Um, so I have officially decided that today I'm going to be a vegetarian.
Oh, I
Yeah,
um,
man.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Goodbye. No,
I'm sorry. Goodbye. Yeah. Yeah,
no, I respect you. I respect your decision because I'm a supportive friend. Even though, never mind. No, no, I'm supportive. Yes,
even though it's the wrong choice.
yeah. You're making the greatest mistake of your life.
um no, actually today, getting off topic already.
Classic. It's a
It
classic of this
is.
channel.
So today is a Jewish holiday. I don't know what the actual name
Oh,
is. It's a cheese. I call it cheesecake holiday because I get cheesecake.
okay. Well, it's already a good holiday.
So, and because they can't eat meat and cheese together, so literally they eat. So yeah, it's just like there's like pasta. There's gonna be like pasta and like salad and like other stuff, and I'm like, cool, whatever.
Yeah,
Um,
sounds good.
any, anyways, so I'm not going vegan. I actually had like burgers
Yeah,
earlier.
yeah. I don't think anyone actually thought you were
Yeah.
going vegan.
So, anyways, if we want to talk about veganism, let's just look at Bartolomeo's hair and how useless the Grand Fleet is. Damn, did
Segway.
I just say that? Oof. Anyways, today we're gonna talk about rewriting Dressrosa, as the title could tell. So you know, as much as perfection as One Piece is for the most part, there's just one big issue with it, which is Dressrosa. It's the only arc that you have to rewrite. Like in order for the story to be pretty much perfect as of right now.
Damn, those are that's a big claim, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I agree, but all I would say, yes.
Even
All right.
though like the later half of the story being the time skip, there is a lot of parts that do just drag on. As
Like I was
long as
about to
like that's
say,
easily fixable. It's like pacing. Like it's why we're never
yeah.
going to have a rewrite Bleach video or a rewrite a Bleach arc video.
Oh,
Because the
yeah.
thing
There's
because
no
the
point.
only thing you could change is A, the pacing, and B, don't make a time skip.
Everything.
What?
Yeah, or just like, I mean, kind of just everything. Because like even Waco Mundo has a lot has
No. It has its flaws, and like it would literally just be like, okay, just make everybody matter. Just make everybody else matter more compared to like that's a part of Ichigo's main crew.
right that, but it's like even in like for example like Waco Mundo, right?
Yeah,
It's just Soul Society, but again, like
yeah.
why would they do that? That's so dumb. Like, we just finished that arc. Anyway, we should focus on One Piece.
You should.
Yes.
Yeah. But like you can't like but the thing is you can't like rewrite something that's A if it's already is that on my wind? Is that climbing? I just see a bug and I'm just very confused.
Oh,
I just yeah. Um so you have to like I don't know. It's just if you like you can only like rewrite so much if you don't have a better idea of it. And as of right now, One Piece as it stands, One Piece you can't rewrite. Maybe the last arcs are shit after Wano. We don't know. And we might have
yeah.
to revisit this whole topic in 4 or 5 years. We don't know. However, as
Like,
of right now, as of right now, it's just Dressrosa. So we're gonna rate. So as of right now, Dressrosa. Why is it bad? It's long. It's dragged out. The orders. It's out of order most of the time. Like you go back and forth on everything. And yeah. Anything to say on that? Like any
yeah.
what you
I,
got?
I think I think because there's so many different moving parts, and most of them are it's a varying quality. Some are really interesting and you want to see more, and then some are like the tontada. It's just like, it's good stuff, and then stuff you don't care about.
Oh yeah.
So it's consistent. It's not like you're gonna have that many moving parts, make everything interesting. Otherwise, cut those less interesting parts out. Not necessary, because that's what it means. If it's not interesting, it's probably not necessary.
True.
Yeah. That's probably my biggest. It's just so you'll read one good chapter and then read like 5 that you don't. That's what death.
Yeah.
Hell.
And let's see. It felt like and like, oh, let's see what else. It felt like we followed the people that we followed throughout the story, or the people that you felt like these people are going to be important in the future. It felt like this arc was not for them, and it was for the I guess it was for the Grand Fleet, which I don't know about you. I have yet to think that they're important, because most of them were kind of destroyed, like, in their fights. Like, granted, you had
Right.
Harudine, or Cavendish, or Bardo, who did succeed, but then you have people like Idiadeo and Orlumbus, who did absolutely nothing in the whole entire arc.
Yeah, I honestly think they're just there, just so that, Luffy has the numbers. Because like when war breaks out, if he just has his like 9 people, there's no way he could do anything. He needs people. He needs a lot of people, even if they're just numbers.
And yeah, and you could do that by just saying by the people that he's helped. He has Alabasta. He has.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think this. Yeah.
Yeah, he has.
These guys come out of nowhere. They're not set up at all. They just appear.
He has the Dressrosa people that he's eventually that he saves. He has Wano when this whole arc is over, who are strong ass samurai, by the way.
That's right. Those people should be in his fleet. That
the Skypians, if they hear about it ever, but they won't.
Do they fight? The Skypians, can they fight at all?
The Shandorians.
Who?
The Shandorians, the natives to Skypiea.
Oh, yeah, but like they're not like pirates, right?
No, but they could help Luffy out if they hear about it.
Like, what would they do though? That's the thing. They can't really do anything.
Well, they have the impact dials and everything.
Oh, true. I actually, yeah.
The ones that Usopp used in Water 7. You could also have the Water 7 crew build them stuff. Like, you could have, like, Frankie and him work on warships. Frankie and Iceberg work on warships.
That would be cool. I mean, all this stuff could technically still happen.
Oh, yeah. You have Rayleigh, if he wants to get involved. Garp could eventually... Garp, hell, Sword might eventually turn on them if they needed, which would be broken.
Yeah, but I feel like these people wouldn't be part of his fleet, though. They would just help him.
Yeah, let's see. I'm not talking about a fleet. Like this is without there being a fleet. These are just allies against the final arc, which would be the world government and maybe Blackbeard.
Yeah. But I just think I kind of get why it's necessary, because like you still just need like thousands of people. Like there's Luffy, sure, he's helped a lot of people, but like he needs a lot of people who are at least somewhat capable of fighting.
The fishmen, the fishmen pirates that Jinbei used to lead.
Yeah, but like that's like not that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just naming people because we did have because I did name Wano. Eventually, if Big Mom is defeated and Katakuri's just left, he's gonna side with Luffy.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
You have the rest of the supernovas. If they do side with him instead of the government, the rest of the Shichibukai.
Oh, true. Okay.
Who else do you have that's been built into the story?
Be?
Shanks, possibly.
Yeah, I think
The
Shanks definitely, right?
Yeah, the former
Yeah.
white... Hold on, and there's two more left. The former Whitebeard pirates.
Oh,
And
because you know.
say it with me now. Dragon and the Revolutionary Army.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
sorry, but
Uh,
the Grand Fleet is absolutely useless. Right, like compared to what I
yeah.
just said.
Compared, that's true. That's very true. Plus, you know, it'd just be more interesting to see all the people he's helped and or related to him come to his aid rather than just these randos that came out of nowhere. This be cooler.
The the whole point of this, and hell, you could still have Donsai and Kano Curry or whatever, and Elizabeo, and they could help. And hell, these guys could be there too, but you just don't put an emphasis on them. Just say, hey, these are people from the Colosseum. We're helped by God Usopp. They helped with the birdcage, and that's the end of it. You don't have to do anything else. You don't have to have them be a Grand Fleet. You don't have to have them join Luffy. You could like the fact that Luffy in his Grand Fleet has a straw hat has the biggest straw hat fanboy ever. It makes zero sense at all. It would make more sense for him to be a part of the story, like in cover pages, and then eventually
Right.
just be a part of the final arc. Like that's how you tie him in. But he's a gag character. It's like
Yeah, exactly. Like what it would have been kind of cool. I don't know why I thought of this, but like it would have been cool if. Well, that wouldn't work because the age.
what were you
Well,
gonna
I guess
say?
like if he, I was gonna say like if he like let's say he met. What like let's say not actually Bardo, but just a kid who wanted to be a pirate like Luffy did, but like let's say a bit older simply because it wouldn't make sense otherwise. Um, and then like he inspired, like Luffy inspired him, so it makes sense why he's such a fan. He becomes like a relatively strong pirate or something.
Yeah.
That would be
Like,
it
that
was
would be really cool if, let's just say, we had another time skip and it was 5-6 years later until the final arc. That guy would join Luffy, or maybe he's the guy that tries to find all of the Straw Hats.
yeah, like something like that. That'd be
I don't think we're doing another time skip. I think that'd be kind of weird.
no. Yeah, I don't think that's happening. No way.
However, I do think that in this current arc, it would be cool if I think we are either going to get a Gear 5 or we're going to get something new from Luffy. I just don't know what it's going to be. So.
Yeah, I wonder. Gear 5.
What?
It's probably Gear 5.
I would like Gear 5 to be, like, I don't want him to do too many of them, though, so I feel like Gear 5 would be a cool final one. Or maybe, like, an Overdrive Gear would be, like, a cool final one, like Gear 5, and then, I guess, an Overdrive Gear. I don't know what to call it. But, I don't know. Anyways, let us...
Gear 0.
Gear 0 would be so cool. That would be a cool final one.
Yeah, I think...
Yeah. So you have two ways of approaching it. This, because the main problem I see in order to fix this, because the rest of it's just a pacing problem that we could talk about later.
Yeah.
The biggest problem we see is the Grand Fleet, so there's two ways to approach this. You can still have them join, and you can still have it be sort of the same. However, you have to make the rest of them feel important, and make them feel like they weren't just rushed into this arc, that Oda was always planning this, over it just feeling like, wouldn't it be cool to have these Colosseum people just join him for a Grand Fleet? To just have Luffy just to have them? So you can't hint at the Totadas because they are part of the arc. You can't do that, I guess. They're at Dressrosa.
Yeah, which is fine. Like, you don't have to hit out everything ahead of time. Like, that's...
Yeah. So it would be cool if, like, Luffy and Bardo had some sort of interaction at Log Town. Like, after Luffy had, like... I don't know. After Luffy, like, dodged the lightning or whatever that was. Or Buggy's thing. Cavo could be, seen at some point during the New World, or because he was a supernova the year prior to Luffy being one, just have Ray have a flashback with the guy. It's very simple.
Yeah, like anything like that would work.
The rest of most of the other crew, apart from Harudin the giant, you could have, I don't have like a specific idea, but you could just have them like be one of the people reading the papers and make them feel important because they have like the thing on them that says this is Idiadeo, or this is Orlumbus, or this is Don Chinjao. And just be like, oh, this like that kid got that bounty. Like, that would be cool. And you could do that with the people that joined the Grand Fleets as well, like Suleiman, who would join Cavendish, and Blue Gillian, Abdul, and Jeed, who would join Idiodeo's Fight Club. But with Harudin, however, I think it'd be cool if at Eni's lobby, Oimo and Kashi, after dealing with, like, after being betrayed, like figuring out that, like, oh, fuck, our captains aren't actually, like, imprisoned and impelled down. We were tricked. Like they could just be like, why didn't we just go with Harudin, and be part of the new giant pirates, and, maybe we wouldn't have been tricked. But pretty much everything goes the same with, like, quicker pacing, or better pacing, and, like, other stuff. And, the Tontadas, I guess, would just stay the same, because how do you change something that bad? Unless you just take it out.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. I don't think they're saving it. I agree. I don't know what you...
The fleet would be made the same, maybe just have Luffy, like, and be more accepting of them, to make us feel more accepting of them, because there has to be, like, more people other than us that agree.
I mean, maybe, but I also understand, like, why... I get why Luffy doesn't, because it doesn't seem like the kind of thing he cares about. He's like, no, I'm gonna do it with my friends, and I don't care, you know?
Yeah. So it would just be better for these people to just end up joining him at the end. Like, Bellamy should be at the final fight if he did, like, all of the stuff that he did.
Right.
Like in the cover pages. Yeah. And it would have been cool, I guess, like, if, like, because I know Bellamy was, Luffy asked Bellamy, I think, to join him. I think.
Did he?
I think so. I think he rejected it, because he didn't want to be a pirate anymore, but I'm gonna look it up.
Like, to join the Straw Hats? Definitely. I don't
remember what it was. Okay. Maybe it's under his relationship with Luffy? Blah, 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 Logtown. Luffy would, blah, blah, blah. Bellamy's thoughts during the fight showed that Luffy was the one other person besides Doflamingo that Bellamy looked up to after Bellamy parted ways with Luffy, refusing to be a subordinate like those who joined the Straw Hat Grand Fleet, but not before stating that he would keep a piece of the Viewer card just in case he got into trouble. So maybe he didn't I guess he didn't ask him. Why did I think he asked him?
That would have been weird, because, like, I don't think Luffy is him.
He went to, apparently he retired from piracy, and he went to Goodtown, and became an apprentice dyer. He was later seen drawing a Jolly Roger. So that's interesting.
That's interesting.
3 days later, Kyros's house, Marines, Bellamy stated that he was well enough to run. He then asked why he spared him. Law answered because Luffy considered him a friend. Okay, so he didn't ask him. I thought he did. I don't remember Dressrosa. It's kind of it's not a good arc anyways. Or B, you do the latter half because changing the Grand Fleet, because changing it by making the Grand Fleet not a thing, which I believe is going to be the less popular decision. I like it a lot more. But however, if you state that Luffy at the end of this is going to have the Revolutionary Army, so possibly Sword, the Shanks's crew, the former Whitebeard pirates, and Wano Kuni. And the Supernovas. At the end of this. This is after Blackbeard's probably dealt with, so you don't include Blackbeard. Oh, and Katakuri and the rest of the Big Mom crew.
Bro. That's way too much.
You don't need these guys. Like, at all. Unless what I said isn't gonna happen, and it's just gonna be the Straw Hats and the Grand Fleet. Like, we really don't know, but you have to assume, look, these people are probably going to do... Well, that's what's most likely gonna happen. Yeah. And... these people are going to be there so that way they can die. Like, so that way you could just be like, oh my god, Cavo! Oh my god, Bardo! And then you're gonna have Bardo have a moment like Makarov being like, wait, am I alive or something? Like, oh god. Like the Makarov from Fairy Tail when he ended up being alive again after he died. God, that was awful. And, like, not only that, but you're also probably gonna have Rayleigh and the former Warlords. I forgot to mention that. Too much. I'm sorry, man.
Wait.
What?
Yeah, it's wait.
It's not right. It's not right. It's like these people are here to die. Just unluck unfort. So, with that being said, we have to rewrite Dressrosa. So, first things first.
That was the longest intro ever.
Yep.
Yep. All right, let's go.
Well, the thing is about fantasy booking. You have to explain why you're rewriting it.
Yeah. No. I'm just joking.
Okay. I'll explain everything like at the end of the video. So first of all, Dressrosa happens for the same reasons, being Ace's Fruit is going to be a part of the Colosseum, Dofi's Vendetta for, the Law's Dofi Vendetta because of everything that happened with Corazon, and the Smiles Lab because they want to go after Kaido. Just to go back with, Law's Vendetta against Dofi, yes, we are keeping literally every single flashback from this arc because you need the Dressrosa flashback, you need Dofi's flashback, you need Corazon's flashback, the Corazon flashback, and you need the Senior Pink flashback. They are all so good that if you change them, it would probably ruin this arc even more than it was. I don't know how you feel about that, Neil.
I agree. Those are the highlights of the arc.
Oh, yeah.
By far. It'd be stupid to get rid of the best part.
So the only thing that changed is the pacing of the birdcage and the birdcage itself, and by doing that, you have to change the ending, which is the Grand Fleet, which is the fights, and by extension, how the Straw Hats leave the Marines as clutches. So, first of all, we have to change who fights who. First of all, we could keep Luffy and Law fighting Dofi and Trouble. Law going after Dofi makes so much sense. Him fighting Trouble and defeating Trouble, I guess, not in on itself, but just having him deal with, I guess, one of the higher ups makes a lot more sense. Having Kiros fight Diamante makes sense. They were both warriors in the Colosseum. Or, I guess, Diamante, the 10 years that it took. He became the warrior, and Kiros was the statue guy. Pika fighting Zoro, pretty much showcasing Zoro's badassery. You need to keep that. You need to keep the best fight, which is Senior Pink fighting Frankie. Like, that's such a good fight. Like, it is probably one of the best fights of the time skip. I don't know if you agree with that, Neil, but...
I would say it's definitely one of the best.
I'm not saying it's the best. To me, that one goes to Luffy Katakuri. Of the whole time skip.
Yeah, yeah, basically. I mean, what else even is, like, even close to that?
That, Senior Pink... The Hody fight sucked. Punk Hazard fight sucked. I feel like they're... No, that's it. Isn't it? Wow.
Yup, that's... Like, damn, that's kind of depressing. I thought there were more
That's really... Wait, hold up. That's so depressing.
I was waiting. I was like, oh, he's going to say something. Like, wait, that's kind of it.
I guess Osoba Mask versus Page 1 and X-Streak was cool. That wasn't really a fight, though. That was just Sanji showing off his new power of the raid suit.
Yeah.
Oh, God. I'm trying to think of... Like Wano's had cool moments. It just hasn't had, like, the fights yet, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, God.
Like, Wano's still my favorite arc, but, yeah. It hasn't had, like, crazy fights.
I mean,
I'm fine with that, to be honest.
I liked Luffy and Zoro fighting Hawkins because it showed off his cool puppet. But that wasn't really a fight. That was just them trying to run away from the puppet. What were you gonna say, Neil?
No, I was just saying. What was I saying? No, I don't even think any.
I'm just depressed.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised.
I guess Kyros and Diamante, as much as I don't remember it, I remember it being good. I just don't remember it being, like, great.
Yeah, like, nothing compared to, like, pre-time. It's nothing on that caliber.
Yeah. Huh. I guess you could say Dofi versus Luffy, but I like it. I just think it went too long. Like, they did a whole episode to cheer on Luffy to go Gear 4 again during the Dofi fight. It should have just ended with Luffy in Gear 4 the first time.
Yeah. Well, I got nothing. I'm trying to make an excuse, but I've got nothing.
I know, playing devil's advocate is hard.
Yeah, it's like... I wish I had...
Me too. Anyways, Coliseum, 0 problems. Oh, wait, I mentioned that. Cool. Okay. Giola versus Brook is fine because it will lead to the time skip. Or not the time skip, the Big Mom coming, and then Sanji can have them just go away. You have Usopp versus Sugar. Both of those happening, even though they weren't kind of really fights, they just happened. You have Lao Ji versus Don Chinjiao and Don Sai. And the Bellamy moment with Luffy. Do you remember any other fights that should actually happen?
No, I think you hit everything.
Yeah.
Because I think we hit a lot.
Yeah. Other than that, everybody else needs to have a new opponent. And to explain, having one of the Grand Fleet members doing that, they don't have to be a Grand Fleet member at all. It's just a person that could be leading into Reverie to know, hey, this is just another country that's going to be a part of Reverie this year. and that's it. That's why you could also have Elizabeo there to help with the Pika fight, like he did the last time. So, anyways, with that being said, let's change fights. So first of all, we have to change Mach Vice versus Harudin, because that match isn't happening. As cool as it was, that was actually a cool fight. It's just in the anime, it lasts too long, just like most of the other fights.
Yeah, but like, in the manga, right?
What?
But I figured we were talking about in terms of manga.
Oh yeah, the manga, it lasts too long anyways. That fight should have been half a chapter compared to like a chapter or two.
Yeah, that's true. Because it's really inconsequential to the main plot.
So... What?
No, I was just thinking. I was like... Even, like, Dragon Ball doesn't... Like, come on. You got the Dragon Ball... Almost all of its fights have narrative purpose. So, like...
That is true. That is true.
Like, like, actually meaningful.
Because the fights are everything in Dragon Ball, whereas for One Piece, the world is everything.
Right, but then, Wano, as an example, proves that you don't need cool fights all the time for it to be, it's just, as you said, we have barely any crazy fights, and it's amazing. It's, like, the best one in post-time skip.
Yeah. Like, I feel like, a lot more people, I guess, I think, like a good story over a good fight.
Right, because... Even in a show that is focused on fights, if their fights have no weight to them, then they're just a spectacle. Like even Dragon Ball understands. I'm just because it's a classic. Like your fights have to have narrative purpose, otherwise they're meaningless. They have to. It's a prerequisite, even for fights.
Yep. So let's see what else we got. So, with that being said, Mach Vice, instead, and I have to preference this, I did say stuff about the Grand Fleet, however, I think having this character, having a fight is fine, because it's Cavendish, because he was one of the only better written characters of the whole arc, so him getting a fight would actually make sense. You said definitely?
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, him having a fight just makes sense in that speak, and also, like, you show off Hakuba. He's too quick for Mach Vice. He could try to do his thing, he could get his Megaton, he could get stuck, and then he gets sliced open. Not only that, but you could have him... And he's just another strong ally to Luffy. He does not have to join him as a Grand Fleet. He could just be an ally at the end that when he shows up, maybe just along with all of this other supernovas or the people Luffy has helped over the years, he's just there. He's not a part of the Grand Fleet. That's all. Secondly... You have Dellinger, and I can't preference this enough, we're going to change something. A little bit of something. At the beginning, which is Dellinger will fight Bellamy. And in order for this to make sense, Luffy will still do what he does during his fight with Bellamy. However, when he knocks him out, it's going to be more of him, like, I guess, or if he even gets knocked out, he gets protected enough, so that way, like, he uses just Haki on his head. So that way he's protected enough to be able to wake up faster, but also not be as damaged as he was in order to fight someone else. Which is, so that way Dofi, like, the strings just would not make sense anymore. I guess. So, and he just goes and helps him. Not only that, why would Bellamy fight Dellinger? Because I was just on the Wikipedia page because we had to look up that thing before, I saw that apparently Dellinger, who is a half fishman, half human, from what I remember, he actually used to abuse Bellamy. He used to just beat him up.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. During the time skip. And I guess in order to protect himself, he learned hockey. Sad.
Okay, that's actually, yeah, a really sad way to learn hockey. That's depressing. I was not ready for that.
I mean, that's what I assume is why he learned hockey.
Yeah, no.
I don't really
I mean,
know
it makes
why.
sense. That's true, but like that
But
makes
that's
a lot
so depressing.
I know.
So for Bellamy to just be like, I'm gonna beat you now, and he does, you know, be cool.
Yeah.
Next up, we have Gladius fighting Robin, since Bardo isn't going to do it. And she was there during that
that's
fight.
for fucking sure. Yeah, exactly. Let's give her more than one act.
So I don't know if I mentioned this on on here, but I talked to Neil. Her only real one-on-one fight, because I'm pretty sure Spondum just ran away from Robin instead of fighting her, was her versus Yama, one of the priest in the Skype arc, the big fat dude. How sad is that?
It's like depressed. Come on.
It's
like she's a straw hat. Like, all right, I know that she's like the smart person, so she shouldn't have like 20, 30 fights or something. But like, you could use her a little bit more than that, because she got cool powers.
She does.
Like, we could do something. It's got to be something. We could do something.
Yup. I wish she fought more, man.
Yeah.
Anyways, Buffalo and Baby 5 are back from Punk Hazard. By the way, Baby 5 still doesn't have a fight. Everything happens with her joining Sai and Don Chinchou. Nothing changes. She falls in love with Sai. Nothing will change with her. But Buffalo, let's just have him be destroyed by Sabo. Just have Sabo show off the Maramara no Mi and the powers of the Flame Fruit. Just saying. Were you gonna say anything other than that, Neil? I thought I heard you saying something.
Oh no, I just agreed with you.
Yeah. Anyways, I didn't mention her name off screen, but the leader of the factory is actually named Kayunin. So her and Factory Fodder, instead of the Tontadas, because I cannot preference this enough, fuck the Tontadas. What?
They might be the worst part of that art, honestly.
Oh yeah, and you could just what?
No, it was like, other than the pacing, like that's like who cares? No, I don't.
I would be fine with the Tontadas just all being stuck in the factory, powering it, and then they were just saved over having their whole little island.
Yeah. That would be so much fucking better. Holy shit. That way you could have them, and they don't have to take up, like, dozens of chapters. Like, God, I don't care about
maybe you have, like, one or two, like maybe you have that elderly Tontada, like, the king or whatever, and he's just like, oh my god, my people were all taken, please help me, and then it's just like, Usopp will help you, and, like, you don't have to have, like, half of them be there and half of them be annoying, and it could just be, like, literally, like, one, like, 2 to 3 panels, like, in green bit, instead of, like, 12 chapters of them calling him Usolando.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
It never ends. Just...
Yup.
And when it ends, you're just scarred for, like, what happened? It was a gasp.
Exactly. Oh, wait, what did you say? Oh, that I had a gasp? No, I didn't.
You. Oh, you didn't?
I think mine was like, oh my god, that just would have been so much better.
Oh.
Like, you know. Like one
maybe
of those
the rest of it just got cut off.
Yeah, that's probably what happened. Or, well, I heard you and I decided to stop. So, like, you know.
Oh.
So yeah, just have Kinemon and Kanjuro save them. Like, they know what it's like being oppressed, I guess, or imprisoned, like, on Wano.
Sure, yeah.
Whatever. And then Fuji could just deal with Burgess, because, honestly, like, Blackbeard, the Marines, I don't know. Just have Fuji destroy Burgess. You don't have to... Like, yeah, you could just switch Sabo and Fuji's role if they're just gonna destroy them too. but I feel like Fuji can destroy Burgess a lot more than Sabo can destroy Burgess. Not saying that Sabo isn't completely stronger than Burgess. I'm just saying that I think Fuji would have an easier time with that person, and I think Sabo would have an easier time with Buffalo. So, yeah, so the other non-important characters, which would be the Grand Fleet at this point, or the former Grand Fleet, will deal with pushing back the birdcage, just like how it was in the canon. And so will the other people once they have beaten their respective opponents, once the birdcage is up. So, any objections, Neil?
Nope.
Alright.
Sounds good to me.
Cool. Next, we have to have the order of the pacing, which is the Coliseum stuff. Then Usopp Sugar, the first time. Luffy Bellamy. Then Giola Brook. Then Mock Vice Cavendish. Then the Kanokuri people of Don Sai and Don Shinjao versus Lao Ji. Gladius versus Robin. Buffalo versus Sabo. Fuji versus Burgess. Senior Pink versus Frankie. The people of Wano versus the people in the factory. Bellamy versus Dellinger. Usopp versus Sugar the second time. Kyros versus Diamante. Pika versus Zoro. Law versus Treble. And finally, Luffy versus Dofi. All the fights are shortened and feel evenly paced. So instead of being, 100 chapters for all of these fights to happen, let's just put it down to a nice 30. Maybe 35 if you really want to make Luffy versus Dofi, like, a tad longer.
Yeah, I mean, that would fix basically most of Dressrosa now. It's like, yeah, I agree.
Mm-hmm. So after that, we have to talk about the ending. A lot of it can happen the same. Luffy can still see Rebecca at the end. You could still have the last part with Sabo. You could still have Luffy. Maybe Luffy talks to Bellamy at the end and says, not be a straw hat, but says, hey, well, I'm gonna be honest, it would kind of be interesting to see Luffy ask a former enemy to join.
I don't think Bellamy is the one to do that.
No. I'm not saying he's gonna actually join, but I think that if Luffy asking him and him being like, no, but I worry about you. So
right.
But I'm kind of worried about you. So I'll take a part of your reviewer card, and again, he could just join him during the final fight. Simple. And then I guess. Oh, and you could also have you need the Lost and Goku moment because I thought that was cool, like them interacting with each other after Dressrosa's done. So. What else? So, and then also the Luffy-Fuji confrontation's fine. Like, again, everything's fine except for the ending with the Grand Fleet. And then also how are they gonna leave? Is the question, which is either A. It's also, by the way, very simple. A, the people of Dressrosa, they have a new ship, or, because I don't know, Frankie is still there. Just saying, why doesn't he just build a ship overnight once he's, like even with him, like, injured and stuff? He could just be like, nah, that's easy work for me, I'll just build it overnight. Not hard. Then, or, you could have, oh, look, there was a ship here that wasn't destroyed, while it was undocked. We could burn it later once we get to Zou. Simple. Or you could have the Kanokuri ship, that by Don Shinchao and Sai, the Elizabeo ship, if he has nothing against doing that, or simple, Sabo, instead of leaving right away, he could just have Karasu's crows take them to Zo. It's not... the Revolutionary Army has to know where Zunisha is. So it's not hard. At all. To do that. And not only that, Sabo and Luffy can actually get a goodbye over Sabo just leaving, and then during Reverie, he may or may not actually have been taken out. We don't know. So, yeah. Any objections to that?
Nope.
Nope. Not only that, even if, like, there is an opposed Grand Fleet, maybe instead of being a Grand Fleet, they all just try to make sure that Luffy can escape, and all of them just try to fight off the Marines for them to leave. Just like how it was with the, Jinbei, the Jinbei and the Sea Pirate, and the Fisherman Pirates versus... And, the Germa taking on Big Mom to make sure they could leave. And, I don't know. And then I guess, just to make sure, because I'm pretty sure, they had, like, a good navigator or something. You don't even need a navigator. You just need someone with the log post, which Law had for Zo. So you just have Robin or one of the Wano members, probably Kanemon, because he's supposed to be apparently smart. Make him be sort of a navigator, or at least the makeshift navigator, for this current time, since they're going to Zo. And there's no Grand Fleet, and there's no Bardo ship where he could possibly be a navigator. So, any objections to that part?
No.
Nope.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Not at all.
And then with the pacing shorter, the fights with more important people, and also being shorter, maybe the arc would be a lot better. I think it would be.
Yeah, we should fix all the things wrong with it.
So, yeah. Anything else to say?
No, I think we honestly covered all the bases, because the major things that were wrong with it, we've definitely...
Yeah. So if you guys have enjoyed, please leave a like, and let us know what other things you guys would want us to rewrite from anime. Or video games. Or anything. Hell, let's rewrite coronavirus. I'm kidding now.
Yeah.
We can't really... I mean, the reality is the world would just go back to normal. You know.
Right,
cool.
which would be a very yeah.
So,
yeah.
That's it. Okay, cool. I mean, I guess World War III would happen. I don't know. But yeah, if you guys have enjoyed, leave a like, sub, and we will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye. Neil, do you want to say bye, or?
Oh, bye. I thought you just turned it off.
No, I was waiting. I always wait for you guys.
Okay. Alright. Okay. Bye. Alright, edit that. You gotta edit that.